Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, just doing a video response to On the Spot's great debate question. Basically, if you don't know, the Review Spot is opened up his channel for response to the question, how much articulation should modern day figures really have? That's paraphrasing in a very bad way, but the general idea is that outside of the standard articulation that you get on the neck, shoulders, and on the legs, kind of like what you might have seen with the early Star Wars Kenner figures, what articulation should figures have today? And I think I have two good examples of articulation. They're both by NECA, they're both Capcom characters, and they're both from video game series. The first one is the Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil series. Great character, aside from some of the minor things I pointed out in my video of her. She's actually really nice. She looks great. And NECA is definitely good at sculpts. So she looks fabulous. Problem with her is that she has the articulation in the head, a little bit of a ball, and she does have kind of the hinge on her shoulder. She has a twist at the waist, nothing in the legs, knee, and just a twist of the boot, which you really can't tell because she doesn't stand well without her base. But that's it. Now, without letting the debate get too far into statue versus figure, articulation versus sculpt, I would say that this is not enough articulation for a modern day figure. It's not even enough articulation for the 80s with the Star Wars figures. So as good as Jill is, this is not what I would expect or want from a modern day figure. Ryu from the Street Fighter series, as a matter of fact, this is the Street Fighter 4 Ryu. And here he's got all kinds. I'm not going to go over all of it. But he's got the ball joint on the head, got the twist at the shoulder, hinge, bicep, double joint at the elbow. He's got a hinge on the wrist, hinge on the... Oops. Sorry. Hinge at the wrist, twist. He has a crunch in the shoulders. He does have a crunch in his chest also, though it's very tight. He's got a twist. His legs come out, double joint at the knee, which again is very tight. Twist at his calf, at the ankle, and on the toe. And these are just very tight. They're there. If you heat them up, you can definitely get them. So the next question is this too much articulation? Well, first off, the articulation, though you can see the joints, it does not distract from the sculpt. I think everyone would agree this is still an outstanding looking Ryu, despite the fact that you can see kind of the joint pieces on the arms, joint pieces on the back of the legs. The shoulder, or the elbow, the double joint at the elbow. In this case, his arms are so big, and I've mentioned this before in my videos, that I don't think that a double joint in the elbow is really necessary. It's because if the bicep is so large, a double joint elbow really doesn't do you any good. Second, with his gi, the calf or the mid torso crunch, it doesn't really do much. It's not really. It doesn't really do a whole lot. If you take it off and you just have him without it, just topless. Yeah, sure. Then you could probably do something with it. But in fact, this is actually molded on. This isn't really meant to come off. So this articulation in the mid-torso, it's not necessary. Just like the shoulder crunch, the upper body shoulder crunch, not necessary. Articulation at the toes, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think you need it. I mean, it certainly lets you get them into some nice poses, but I don't think it's really necessary. I would think that if it has the ball hinge on the shoulder, if it has a single joint on the elbow, if it has a bicep cut, the hinge on the wrist with a twist, that's nice. I don't know if the hinge or the twist has to be right there on the wrist. It can be on the glove, but making sure the hand can twist. If it has a hinge so it can move in and out, that's a nice touch as well. The legs should certainly be able to come forward and out. I do think there should be a cut either in the thigh or in the calf. Knees and elbows, they same rule. Don't think a double joint is necessary. So I would probably leave that out as well. Overall, I would say that when it comes to articulation, if a company wants to make a figure and they want to throw in as much articulation as they like, I'm all for it. Just make sure that it's not pointless articulation. Don't put it in there just to put it in. And also, make sure that the articulation is in no way going to risk the possibility of the figure breaking. Because no articulation is worth that. If you've spent $13, $14, $15, $20 on a figure, and one particular joint is either so tight or so weak that it's going to break, then you've completely lost the point of the figure just to get that one piece in, that one piece of articulation in. I think I've gone on enough about this. Certainly thank you to Review Spot for giving us a chance to voice our opinions. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and I'll see you guys back on my channel soon. Bye-bye.